Battleship, battleship, grey is the colour that I choose. Battleship, battleship, grey is the colour without you. And so here we are playing XCOM Terror from the Deep, the Impossible Challenge on, as you guessed, a battleship mission. We are taking on a battleship and it's covered with hallucinoids, as you can anticipate. Of course, we are employing the sniper strategy against a melee unit, and it's working out quite well, gotta say. The problem is our troops are rookies, as accuracy has been a little bit of something to desire, but hey, through the principle of keep firing enough bullets at it and we'll eventually kill it, we have been slowly destroying this pirate vessel, and this brings me many, many tears to the eyes. This is actually not working very well though, because we're running very low on high explosive ammunition, but hopefully we've got enough of the Triton to carry on. Of course, Howdy's in quite an awkward spot where he's a grenadier without anything to actually throw grenades at. Where is that thing? That thing is in the air. We cannot throw grenades at things in the air. The good news is all the hallucinoids are out here though, so I think we're just going to have to get Howdy to join up with the main band of brothers to be covered by them in times of trouble. The important thing though is the lack of molecular control that is affecting our troops. I'm enjoying this lack of molecular control because we're using rookies that are awful at everything. So, not having them being mind controlled, of course, is a pleasure to a dying soul. As is the accuracy demonstrated by Lazanon at times. She's already managed to deplete 2 clips of high explosive bolts, which is good, I suppose. And Paul Denton and Lazanon have successfully covered this entire pirate vessel, what's left of the ruins, with jellyfish sludge. It's, not sure if it's a good or bad thing, but it's there. It's definitely there. Just gonna get Jonty Dentaclad and, of course, Howdy. Just to stand this way. So we've killed a large number of them, like a lot. Look at the battlefield, it's covered in dots. So we're doing well. I think it's a good time, actually, to consider our inventory situation. Paul Denton's down to his last 3 rounds, and Lazanon's down to her last 9. Bumblebee is down to his last 5. So we're going to need to go back into the Triton and recover some ammunition at next turn. So let's get Paul Denton to start with that endeavour now. Actually, he's terrible at everything. Well, we'll get on it, shall we? Bumblebee. Actually, I want you to stand guard. That seems like a good plan. Prevent some overwatch from occurring. It's end turn. We're going to need to play this one very cagily, because battleships are serious business. Located, containing many serious enemies. So we do see another hallucinoid again. Howdy, of course, scouting that one out just fine. Can you throw a grenade there, though? That's a very, very good question. Can you do it now? Yes, you can. Howdy, doing the job, doing it well. Getting into cover. Look at that brilliant, brilliant woman. Awesome. That should be a dead hallucinoid. I mean, it's a strong explosive that's being thrown there. Lazanon, with a spare turn, shall now go and get some ammunition. Good times. Ammunition has been retrieved. And, of course, Paul Denton needs to do the same. Actually, no, he doesn't even have a clip. Wow, he's really struggling. Here, maybe? It's just a pile of chemical flares. We will find ammunition eventually. I think that's some there. Okay. So, Howdy has successfully dealt with one of those, which is good. Johnny Dentaclad shall now advance. His tentaclatty ways are definitely assisting him because he's not carrying any weapons, and neither do tentaclats. So it's good experience. So we've cleared maybe a quarter of the map, maybe. If that's the edge there, then we've cleared probably half of it. Not counting the battleship itself. We haven't even touched the battleship, but hey, we've got some ammo, I suppose. The good news is it's a reasonably spaced out craft, and that space-outedness, spacity? No. The sparseness of the craft. Oh, look at that. I'm articulate. Great. That Magnapack didn't even kill a hallucinoid. That's disappointing. but it would have severely damaged it, so one more round from a gas cannon should finish it off. Let's retrieve a Magnapack for you, shall we? Seems good. Hell on fire! What DA? Okay. We killed an Aquatoid we didn't even know was there! Okay, I mean, good thing. I mean, it was sitting right there. We killed it. Nice inaccuracy! Well, Lazanon, you've got one shot left in your clip. You might as well use it on this thing next turn. Yeah, cool. Well, good on you, Howdy. Why don't you stay crouched in a cloud of bubbles? I think that's a productive use of your time. Meanwhile, Johnny Tentaclat's just going to browse around the ruins of this pirate vessel, and yes, it is true, this is the edge of the map. When he ducks his head around the corner, which he's not going to do this turn because he won't have time just to throw, we will be using his abilities to throw grenades at our enemies. We do have one clip here. That's a good thing. There's more clips here. Carry them all, will you, Paul Denton? You may not be a JC, but you can certainly carry things. Well, we hope so. And turn. The hidden movement is slowly but surely becoming less hidden and shorter in duration. That means a large number of hallucinoids have been defeated through the skill and cunning of our ex-cop operatives, and in no small part to my own skill, which is, of course, considerable. So where's this hallucinoid gone? It's there. Okay, crouch and kill it. We might as well make it an aim shot, just to maximise. And that has eliminated the remains of the hallucinoid presence in this, well, our sight range at least. Okay, Johnny Tentaclat, what's here? Apparently nothing, and that is a good thing, because Johnny Tentaclat is, of course, on his own, acting as a lone wolf, a lone gun, a lone thing in the space of the undersea ocean. So, notice how there's two exactly identical pirate ships next to each other. This is clearly a pirate flotilla that's been sunk off the coast of, what part of the world is it there? Niger? Egypt? Yeah, off the coast of Egypt. Yeah, that's right. Niger's completely on the opposite side of Africa. That's right. Fear my geography, that's what I say. My geography, something to be feared. So meanwhile, Paul Denton reduced to being an ammo boy, and Bumblebee shall advance slowly and surely, leaving some time in its spare to reduce enemy overwatch. It's good. I think that's a good turn. Let's end it. That turn's so ended. Oh, look at that. The hidden movement is upon us. And sure enough, it'll be our turn again. Turn 13. The downside of turn 13 is it's only 7 turns away from being turn 20. Turn 20, of course, being inevitable for the single fact that we'll be hearing a lot of the very soon. This is not a good noise to be hearing of a squad as weak-willed as this, but hey, we are, of course, destined for greatness because we are ex-cop. Let's have Resonon reload her weapon. She now has 16 rounds left. A good number of rounds when dealing with enemy Aquatoids, and Bumblebee has 4. Of course, Paul Denton carrying a ridiculous amount of ammunition, throwing some to his friends in a nice display of camaraderie. Bumblebee equipping this into his right shoulder. Crouching down in order to reduce enemy overwatch. Lazanon, of course, just probing forward. I'd like to stay a little bit more separated than this, because currently Lazanon is an ideal grenade target. And you know what happens with grenades? You know what happened last mission with grenades? Fortunately, though, we've got a large amount of cover, but from all this bubbles that have been, produced by the numerous explosions we've inflicted upon the battlefield. It's good stuff. It's good to see. Let's have Johnny Tentaclat just maneuver himself around a little bit more, spotting an enemy alien. That's another hallucinoid, which is irritating because there's so many of them, and they're eating our ammo supplies. Johnny Tentaclat has actually got plenty of those, so he can throw one here. It's actually out of range, though. You know what? It's actually far enough away, it's not a threat. We're not going to worry about it now, but we are going to, however, get into cover and crouch down. Let's end turn. Many doors were activated in celebration of the start of turn 14. And here it is, turn 14, as predicted. And voted for by you, the viewers. So, has it moved? No, it hasn't. Okay. The particle disturbance sensors could really come into their own once we're inside the alien craft, being able to detect the location of enemy aliens, and their manoeuvres is, of course, tactically extremely useful. We're going to launch an aim shot at this particular enemy here. We don't have enough time units for aim shots, but it was in line of fire. It's a good shot. Bumblebee setting the standard as far as ranged attacks are concerned. Lazadon, of course, wanting to up the ante. And hit a pirate ship. But the second shot finishes off that enemy hallucinoid. Its jellyfishy ways are no match for our XCOM skills. Of course, that allows Johnny Tentaclat to advance further and get closer to the bubble cloud, which he'll no doubt be immersing himself in with much joy, like, you know, a child would when immersed in a field of bubbles. It's quite a pleasurable experience, as far as I've been told. It's been many a day since I personally have been immersed in bubbles, but hey, one must move on with life, not be, you know, held down by repressed bubble sensations. Okay, let's enter in. Howdy's doing a good job with her full-time units. Of course, that reduces the enemy's overwatch against us. As far as I'm aware. I'm making it sound like I know what I'm talking about. That's what really matters. Not what you know, what you say, but how convincingly you say it. That's right. So, we are approaching the field of bubbles, and we have cleared out half the map, to be fair. You know, our little squad of intrepid explorers, or soldiers, what they're meant to be, you know, are actually dealing damage. They're actually dealing considerable damage to the alien menace. And together, you know, we're providing that security and peace of mind that Earth is looking for. And we're all overburdened with too much ammunition, but we need it. Those hallucinoids tanking so many hits, it's ridiculous. But hey, we've done what we can. Howdy, of course, wanted to take a few steps forward and immerse herself in a field of bubbles, like a true man or woman should. We're detecting no aliens at all within our field of vision, which is considerable. You know, I've actually got a pretty good sweep on this whole map so far, and we've detected nothing at all. It's incredibly inaccurate. Okay. So there seems to be just coral formations and treasure chests in this particular area. Oh, hang on. We've discovered an enemy aquatoid, but we do not have the time units to engage it directly. Fortunately, Bumblebee is in a prime position to snipe that thing out the sky. And that was almost good enough, Bumblebee. Almost. You almost had him. How are you going to have to finish him off? It's out of range. I'm not up for that sort of attitude. This thing is a grenadier. I want this guy dead. 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 Look, you can't take any more steps. Thank you. He's now dead. Good. Good dead thing. Be dead. Thank you. Can we see any other aliens? No. Okay. Well, fortunately, the two grenadiers together were able to eliminate the alien threat. It's as good as dead now. I've way gone over recording time. Oh well, that's cut off in a second. Back in a sec. That's going to make editing a little bit annoying later on, because if I do more than 10 minutes at a time, Vegas just freaks out and everything desyncs. It is horrible, but it's only a little bit of editing. You know, I don't have time, but I will make time because you're worth it. That's right, maybe you're Maybelline, maybe not. I think that's a different company. Yes. Oh well. Generic makeup advertising, it's all the same. Shows how much makeup I put on. Absolutely none. That's right. I go natural. I think that's something different. Oh well. So let us carry on. Howdy, and of course, Johnny Tentaclat. Providing range damage where range damage counts, Howdy is actually out of grenades, and so must now run with her tail between her legs back to the Triton to get some more. That's how embarrassed she is. Of course, we are slowly getting around to the entrance to the battleship, which is located nestled away in the corner. That's right, I just referred to a battleship being nestled. So remember next time we are dealing with battleships to nestle them properly. And if I hear of any inappropriate nestlings, I'm going to be disappointed. I expect more from my listeners. So, Paul Denton, of course. Press forward. He knows how to nestle properly. And of course, Bumblebee has now provided the all-important task of watching this flank. Look, the flank! Let's not have anyone come through here, that would be bad. Yay! Now all these people will now encircle the craft and enter here. With Bumblebee just watching here. He'll eventually, like when these guys are like here, he'll move down. So it's like we're pincering it. I'm doing this hand motion that you can't see, it's great. Pincering. It's a thing. The bugs do it apparently. So, that was a good turn. Turn 17, it was upon us. Bit of molecular control for good measure because people got bored. You know, it's had nothing earlier. But now it's time for some molecular control, and Paul Denton was the man to control. But his mind is strong, and he has withstood the damage that could have been dealt from that molecular control attack. It's a good thing too, because he's got grenades and a high explosive gun. So, got to keep tabs on that. Let's continue to have Howdy just bolt to the craft to get some more Magnapacks. Or even a gun, honestly. She could use a gun, because we're getting close to the battleship entrance. We're not going to be able to use Magnapacks very well inside. Oh well, we'll just do our best. That's primed, yep, that's primed, it's good. So we've got a good visibility of the alien entrance. We need to be careful. Very careful. Let's have Lazanon advance. And who's next? Howdy, you need to keep bolting. What is this stopping at 15 time units? It's only a rock. Move around the rock. Look at that pathfinding. I just defeated that rock. It rolled the blues away, alright. So let's have Paul Denton advance. If he's got no time units, he's actually no threat. Howdy's got a taser. If he gets MC'd, we can just move Howdy down and stab him with a taser. It's actually fine. Lazanon can actually make a few more steps forward. Cool. When she's got time units, she can actually overwatch. Currently, she has none. So that's a bit disappointing. So, that's a turn. Turn 18 is upon us. And it's a good turn. Turn 19 is now up to the plate, ready to dish out some XCOM goodness. Which is always reassuring. Let's get Howdy up into the Triton. Not lost on a rock, only one time unit remaining, you know how to walk, it's good. Walking is a good skill. Now it's time for Lazanon, who actually needs to reposition herself carefully as to not get struck down by Overwatch. Hang on, that is an abandoned gun. That is yet another hallucinoid. That gun has been abandoned, which means we're doing well. We're actually inflicting morale damage, which is reassuring. I don't want Lazanon really firing from there, but we kind of have to. Lazanon. To be fair, you put a hole in the wall, which is actually a good thing. But there's a hallucinoid now. We've only got like a few people left who can shoot. So that's a bit disappointing. Lazanon was doing so well too. So many shots were inflicted by Lazanon. We're probably actually going to have to get Howdy to retool and just be a ranged damage inflictor, because we don't need 2 grenadiers for this particular role. It's good to see that that's there though, and this hole is actually a good thing. We can actually walk through that rather than having to go through the doors. The doors are usually death traps, so having an alternative entrance is good. It also means we can start getting Bumblebee to navigate around the craft. Analyte has got no time units. Oh, let us end the turn. I think, yeah, we're going to have to get Howdy to abandon her plan and just get her down here. We're seeing some enemy aliens take actions above there, which is an interesting idea, actually. It gives me ideas. Because that has been completely blown out. Which means we could lock grenades up there. We don't have the time units to do it, but we can. Yeah, we don't have the time units to do it at all, but hey, we can do it. So we might as well get ready. Next turn we'll prime it and then throw it. Cool. Alright, Johnny Tentaclat's doing a good job of watching nothing, so good on you. Crouch down, will you? Bumblebee, just keep your sweep up. Hey, you can actually see the enemy alien now. Can you take a shot? That's a no. You don't have enough energy, apparently. It's actually time units that are your problem. That alien's going to get full time units this coming turn. Full time units. Just think about it. Think about it. It's dead next turn because we can lob a grenade up there, but we are running out of operatives. It's a true statement. That's end turn. Turn 20 is upon us. That shot was fired and molecular control. That might have been a grenade, though. It was a grenade and it failed. This is a good thing. Now it gives Paul Dent an opportunity to use his own grenade skills. Let's see if they're up to scratch, shall we? Lobbing a grenade here would be amazing. You do not have much time units to maneuver. Okay, let's give it a shot. Grenade. Here. That is a good placed grenade. Run, run, Bumblebee! He's made it! He's made it! He's alive! Stay alive, Bumblebee. Thank you. Okay, Paul Denton, take one step to your guns. Howdy, move over here. You're very low in energy, but hey. Meanwhile, Johnny Tentaclat. Can't even see the hallucinoid anymore, which is a little bit disconcerting. It's around somewhere, but we're going to deal with it later, because we will need to kill it to actually end the mission. But hey, with our 4 remaining operatives, we're actually not doing too badly. Ah, didn't kill it. Wow. Wow. That is not good. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him! That is also wow. Bit of molecular control attacks thrown around, Howdy's panicked, but Paul Denton is alive. And not dead. Kill them, will you? How many times are we going to miss so badly against these aliens? Now he's down to 2 rounds and it's not safe to go and pick up the rest. Howdy's panicked. At least Bumblebee's composed himself. Come on, Bumblebee. Alright, here we go. So, Johnny Tentaclat. The story of Johnny Tentaclat. It's called dropping a grenade and then running for your life. Running this way as fast as you possibly can. Good story. Didn't work. And that's the end of Paul Dent. Bit of molecular control. It's a good thing. Of course, then, Johnny Tentaclat is killed. Does mean that Howdy, of course, is panicked once again, and we're unable to save the lives of our poor XCOM operatives. We're going to have to drop this grenade, because it's down to just us. And this medikit, too. It's got no reason. Got no reason to use that anymore. Howdy's as good as dead. Lots of molecular control attacks, which is important. And then the jellyfish just goes up and kills it. Well, now the true test begins. Is Bumblebee man enough to not die to molecular control? That is a good question. Is he man enough not to die to jellyfish? That's a better question. And so, the tour de force of Bumblebee must now continue. see the jellyfish. Can we kill it? That's a dead jellyfish and a good reason to dance and celebrate if you're watching this and people see you jumping up and down, say it's okay. Kilkacon's playing XCOM. And that's a good thing. Bumblebee is a man without ammunition in his gun, but not anymore. He's rectified that, fortunately, with the power of clips. Good things, those clips. So now we're going to see the man that is the Bumblebee single-handedly take out a battleship. Either that or he's going to die trying. That's a good thing. There is a lot of hidden movement. To be fair, we've killed so many aliens, but not enough to make losing a battleship, losing a Triton worth it. I am actually not going to step into that death trap. I refuse. Not going to refuse talking to that guy though, apparently. Wow, that was so terrifying. I didn't realise that piece here, I thought that was still there. I thought it was just that way here that was still open. But hi there. Hopefully he's forgotten we're still here. Has he forgotten? Please forget. He's forgotten. Good. Blind fire. It's a good thing. Ha! We're doing well. Oh dear. This is tense. This is very tense. Camping expeditions are made of this stuff. Alright, so what have we got left to get into? So we killed that guy there. So we've got to enter into this gallery, clear out this wing, clear out that wing, and then go up the lifts. If we get onto the gallery, we're safe for the time being, apart from the guy who was here. Unless that's him. Hi. I'm not in the mood to get killed by you today. Sorry. So that's going to take another couple of rounds to kill. But fortunately there's a clip right there, which has survived being shot so many times. So we're going to be picking that up in a moment. I think that's Lazanon's clips. So we're going to grab that in a second. But, yeah, well, that needs 2 shots. It's sitting right there. Hopefully it stays there. This should hopefully keep me alive. But, let's enter it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. MC. Don't get molecular control, by the way. Is okay. Let's lob some shots down there. I'm noticing that's only 1 molecular control attack, if it happens at all. Which is significant, because it's like, it means there's only a couple aliens left, if that. Alright, that one's down. Cool. Let's grab that ammo while we're still here. Wow, it's a lot. It's great. Yum, nom, 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 nom. Ammo time. Oppa, ammo time. MC, good to see you. Fortunately, we're manly men who are not dying to this. Fortunately, we can't actually carry 2 clips at the same time without being overburdened. This is a bad thing, because it means it takes 22 to shoot. And we're doing indoors fighting with an explosive weapon. Oh yes, we're manly. Like, we could literally just open that door and die. We could go up this lift and go, well, we don't have any grenades, so we just go down again and die. I might need to grab a grenade just for that one reason. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Let's enter. Turn 33. Here we go. What we're going to do is call it a video. And when we come back, we're going to play some more XCOM. Oh yes, the suspense is real. Can we do it? Can we reign supreme and take out a battleship? We have dealt a lot of damage to this thing. It is so dead. You know, and the good news is we've avoided a terror site. Why? Because we fought it here. Here, on their own turf, with their own battleship and their own defense mechanisms. We're taking the fight to them, which is showing our improvement. We started off well, we took out a lot of hallucinoids, you know, aquatoids proved a nuisance, and very slowly picked apart our squad. But you know what? We're going to keep at it. When we come back, more XCOM. Terror from the Deep. The Impossible Challenge. Oh yes.